welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They begin with a run by Davis. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go again with Davis. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Touchdown, Carolina! So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Here's Huntley. This one taken in by Otten. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Huntley to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I want to see this offense trying to spread the field a little bit. And third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off the hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Sawyer. And his throw is incomplete. The Panthers at 7-1 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Off the play fake. Sawyer. And that is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. The The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that with no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and knock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Bates. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Throwing on first down. Bates. He's got Otten. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Bates. And his throw here is incomplete. Looking for Cade Otten that time, and now it's 3rd down.
He could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
A 1st down carry for Davis. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Sawyer. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis to the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Sawyer. Open man is Chase, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe
he's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. He becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive.
And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White, looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Back to throw. Bates. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Bates. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On first down, Sawyer. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Peterson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Sawyer. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sawyer. And he fires one that's intercepted. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The final shot before break. Bates looking downfield for Godwin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback during this half. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Bates. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Sawyer. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well. Off play action. Sawyer steps away. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So for Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Sawyer. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Up the middle to Davis. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on second down, Sawyer.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They begin with a run by Fournette.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. White running to the left. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte.
Throwing again, Bates. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
To throw on 3rd down, Bates. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Bates. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin
56 yards.
And the Bucs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
We have played 3 quarters. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Sawyer being chased out left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what.
Now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Sawyer. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. He'll get 34 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Davis. Forcing his way into the end zone. He was not to be denied. It's a touchdown. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And now here's another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. It was Jamel Dean who brought him down. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Sawyer. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
To throw again. Sawyer. Over the middle. That's caught by Chase. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT. And that will make this a 19-point game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, Could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Looking to throw on second down. Bates. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The offense on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. They run straight ahead here with White. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with White. Gets around him. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Bates. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Bates. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bates. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on 1st down. Bates. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Russell Gage, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.